Have you subscribed yet? Before this video starts, all you've got to do is take 2 seconds of your time. If you haven't already, subscribe. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to a One-Way Football's Match Week Madness. I got it right this time. Last week I had a bit of a stumble, didn't I? But I'm joined here today with Johnny and Harry, as always, the dream team, the top supporters of Tottenham Hotspur, and we are literally 6 days away. Six
Yeah,
days away to the season starts. I don't know about you lads, but I am excited for this one. You excited, Harry? Yeah, you excited to see
so
some
yes.
football? Well, look, listen, we're going to dive right into it because I've got a few things I want to talk about.
Yeah,
We've got some predictions as well. We're going to start our predictions out. I've got Jake's predictions because he couldn't
okay.
make the show today, but we are moving the show to a midweek day. But then Johnny can't make it, but at least someone can make it.
Yeah,
We'll get there in the end with it all. But it's good to have the show up and running and the Prem back in action. So we will be talking about the Community Shield, which is today as we speak.
yeah,
In half an hour's time, it is going to be starting. So just to let everybody know, this is pre-recorded. So any of our predictions, don't think that we're cheating and we're watching the football as this is happening. And we've also got the Super Cup to talk about as well, because that is this Wednesday. Tottenham versus PSG. Massive game in the eyes of Tottenham fans. For other fans, it's just another day watching probably Corrie or Emmerdale, isn't it? But we'll go back into that anyway. But what I want to do, reflect, and before we get into any of them predictions in that, is well, because obviously I can't do any of the one-on-one fan talks at the moment. I've recently just started a new job, so I'm kind of trying to cut back on the videos, but this is going to be the main show. Um, Tottenham Hotspur looking a bit dire at the moment with the ACL injury, with Maddison out, Son leaving, and I know there's kind of been a talk about a replacement for Maddison. I don't know who that is actually. I had it up before, but I've lost it. 40 million for someone. But yeah, what's your thoughts on this? Because I know you put them as fifth. Is this going to affect your league position and your?
well, let's get it right. There's a lot of negative Tottenham fans out there. This is nothing new for Tottenham. We do leave it late. I mean, the window's not closed yet. Um, Madison obviously wasn't expected to happen. No matter what anyone says, he's a big blow to the team. At the end of the day, he's a quality player and a good number 10. Jack Grealish would be the ideal replacement. And again, people mock it. I understand why people don't want him. He's a proven Premier League footballer.
I
He's
mean,
a
he's
very
edging
good
towards
footballer.
Everton, though, isn't he? I mean,
Well, I'm not sure if he's going to go there over Tottenham, to be honest. But you know, I thought he played well for Man City with the team he was in. He'd done well at Villa, and he's got the experience. And I don't see why we wouldn't go for him. So he'll be a big plus. But we are very light up top. Richarlison ain't the answer, and Solanke's not fit. We need a striker. We need someone who's going to score the goals. So I still think there's going to be 2 or 3 that will come in. I really do. I don't think for 1 minute there's Tottenham are sitting there going, "Oh, we're happy with what we got." No way. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. So let's see. I think we'll have 2 or 3 more come in, and then we'll judge the window from
must be
there.
a bit frustrating to see that. I was wondering about this. Like moving on to other teams as Manchester United, and they're doing good business. I think if you look at it on an outside perspective of what they've actually got to
Yeah,
attract players, like Benjamin Sesko now just signed for what 76.5 million plus add-ons of 8.5 million. That's quite a
yeah.
good, like that's quite high for a team that's not
Well,
even
it
in
is.
Europe.
I'm not bothered because we didn't go in for him. It wasn't a play we were
No,
chasing.
no, but I'm saying reflecting it on, do you see these other teams like Manchester United? Tottenham are in the Champions League, but Man United are
Yeah,
doing these
yeah,
deals with these players.
yeah.
Should you not be looking at yourselves going, we should be doing
I
this kind of.
couldn't care less about Man United, to be honest. Buy the one. Because at the end of the day, we're in Europe, they're not. And if they think Embuemo and Sesko are going to turn their season around, then fair play to them. That's what they think is going to happen. And Cunha as well. So yeah, they bought well. Man United always buy well because of the name. The reason players go there is because of the name. It's simple
I
as
mean, I
that.
think it was a bit pricey anyway. I mean, what 80 million for a striker? Like we say, it's another Gyökeres, isn't it? You don't. He
Well,
scored
again,
13 goals in Bundesliga.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, they're both unproven. Obviously, I mean, Gyökeres has played in the league before, albeit the Championship, but proof is in the pudding, and they can buy who they want. As far as I'm concerned. I mean, the team really that should be worrying is Newcastle, because they're the team I think who have really made a mockery of themselves, right? Because they were celebrating in the streets 4 or 5 years ago when these
I
South
sorry to
Americans.
interrupt you. I was
Yeah,
watching Robbie and Expressions do their
yeah,
show, and Robbie had a good point there. It's like the moment with Newcastle, it was like one of them grabbing machines, the claw,
yeah,
and he just keep
yeah,
failing to get it. Like, and
yeah.
that seems to be Newcastle right now, doesn't it?
They're blaming PSR, which is nonsense because Chelsea are buying players out of the water. So, you know, for me, I don't know if Newcastle owners have switched off. I don't know. They don't seem to give a toss, really, do they?
Bit of weird
Because
though,
that,
isn't it? Because they've just obviously come out of a great season
well,
of winning a trophy,
why
and
does
then
Isaac why does Isaac want to leave? You just got to tell And as you know, I don't rate Isaac as everyone else does. I don't sit on my armchair every week and go, "Oh, Isaac's a great player," because Sky tells me he is. I don't think he's that great, to be honest with you.
but
Really,
well,
and
you
to be
would
honest,
take him
I
at
should let him
Tottenham
go.
though. Let's be honest, you'd take him there, wouldn't you?
Well, he's better than Richarlison.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, and Solanke's always injured. So he's as a striker, yes, you take him, but I wouldn't, go mental over him. To be honest, but I don't know why they've turned down 120 million. I'm
Yeah,
assuming they wanted Sesko, that fell through, and now they're
yeah,
saying, well, you need to stay. But he says he's
yeah,
not going to play another game for them. So,
yeah. Just a quick one for all them United fans that were
mm,
slating Arsenal for going in for Sesko instead of Gyökeres because it fell through, and now they've ended up with the player. They
yeah,
actually called him what was it, Tesco? They
Sesko.
they called him
There
Tesco,
you
and now
go.
they've got him. So sometimes it's you've got to you've got to watch what
Yeah.
you say really because it can
Well,
come around. But now they're saying he's the best thing since sliced bread to have at the club. So
we'll soon find out, won't we? We'll
yeah,
soon
well this
find
is
out.
it. This is it.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
it's it's going to be an interesting season. I think. I think it's probably been one of the better windows out of any previous seasons that we've seen because a lot more clubs are now buying. There's a lot more movement in the transfer
yeah.
window. A couple of seasons before it was kind of just dead, weren't it? There was nothing really happening or not a lot
Yeah.
of
I
signings happening
mean,
or big names or
yeah. But Sesko going to Man United is 75 million because it's Man United.
yeah.
Goes to Newcastle, it'll be 60 million. So this is what it is.
Yeah,
These
because
agents.
when Arsenal when we went in for him, they wanted 80 like 10 plus add-ons or something like that.
Yeah.
So they've actually gotten cheaper
Well,
than what they
yeah,
went. But I think maybe Leipzig were just trying to just go, you know what, let's try and cash in on this now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
You're
just one of them
right.
things, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he could turn out to be one of the better ones. Do you know what I mean? And bring him back up there again. But
Well, let's
it's
see. Like I say, proof's in the pudding. No, these are all unproven in the Premier League players. Gyökeres and Sesko. But yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, pre-season as well. You can't really. I said this before. You can't really go by pre-season results. It's all about getting your players fit and whatever. So,
yeah,
but yeah, I am. Yeah, like I said, I couldn't care less what Man United, but I wouldn't buy the one. I don't support Man United, and you know, we're champs of Europe. They're not. That's it. They're the ones who've now got to get into the Champions League or a
yeah.
European
Because I always
competition.
think as well that this all the saying that you always say like, oh, we're not in Europe, so we've got nothing else to worry about. But that's not always the case, is it?
I'm
Um,
sure the Man United owners would want them in Europe next season.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is they should like Man United fans are saying that they shouldn't, be worried about anything because they don't have anything else to worry about, as
No, we
in
still got to
being
worry
in
about the
Europe.
league. Yeah. Still got to worry about the league.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
they're saying basically they should be back up there because they don't have to, their squad
yeah.
depth isn't going to be tired out.
Let's get this right. Man United were good from the early 90s up to the mid 2010s. Prior to that, they weren't that great. So they've had a cycle of winning. They have no right to say they're going to be back because Liverpool didn't win the league for 30 years and finally won it. But in that time, they were winning European trophies and winning major domestic honours.
Yeah,
So let's get it right. There's no given, Man United have to be back there winning trophies. Well, why? Where were they in 1960, 1970, 1980? Again,
yeah,
Chelsea the same. All winning recent. Man City again, you can put in there as well. It might upset some people, but it's a fact. These are all recent trophy winning teams. Whereas you look at Arsenal, you look at Tottenham, who have not won as many, but have won them over a period of time, over a longer period of time.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
you know, it's as simple as that. I mean, Preston have won football leagues. They won them in the 1800s. Where do we go? Where do we end this? Well, Preston haven't won the league in 100 years. They deserve to win it. I mean, where does it end? So, yeah, this divine right of Man United having to win stuff is a nonsense. Why should they? Why? Since Ferguson's gone, they've got it horribly wrong.
Well,
Moyes didn't work. Van
but
Gaal
then
didn't work.
do we debate then that they are a top six club still though, or what would you revolve that
Well,
round though?
you can't. Yes, they're in the big. Yes, they're in the big six because of what they've done in the last 20, 30 years. Of course they are. It doesn't matter if you don't finish in the top six 1 or 2 seasons. But what I'm talking about is the divine right. Oh well, we're Man United. We win trophies every year. No, you don't. No, you don't. Didn't win anything
Mm.
last year.
Year before
So,
they did, didn't they?
um,
Year before they did, didn't they? They
what
won.
they
Did
win
they
the
win
year
the
before?
FA Cup or was it the Carabao Cup?
Won the FA Cup.
Mm.
So Crystal Palace won the FA Cup last year. So there's no
Yeah,
divine
yeah,
right
yeah. Well,
to
I
win
think it's
things. And
expected with United, isn't it? Because of the structure of them that they, you go when they get kicked out or of a a domestic cup, everyone then goes, "Oh, bloody hell, United got kicked out."
yeah,
Do you know what I
but
mean?
if you take away the Ferguson years, all the trophies that Ferguson won, and then see how big Man United are in terms of trophies,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
you know I think they won 13 leagues under
Yeah, it was
Ferguson.
fair. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah, so take that away, they're down to 7.
yeah,
So this divine right to win stuff that's got to end. This is all Sky tenure with this. Or Man United are a big club. They're this. Of course they're a big club. Liverpool big club. There's no divine right to win anything.
yeah,
And anyway, you're going to win things if you win games.
yeah.
That's it. Because all this, they deserve it. They're a big club. They won 20 leagues. They've done this. So what? That's them. It's gone. Move on.
Mm.
You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So yeah, in terms of history, I think you take the Ferguson years away, you take the Pep Guardiola years away at Man City, and you take the Abramovich years away at Chelsea, then there's a different story. But they've won these trophies; they're there. You can't take it away. But nobody in that division, including Liverpool, have any right to win anything. But,
yeah.
to win something, you've got to
Would they
win
still be
your
recognised as a big club if they were in the Championship?
Manchester United. Absolutely, of
Yeah.
course.
Does
The
it still
question
go
isn't about
like?
them
Does
being
it
a big club.
still like revolve the fact then of like Leeds and stuff like that? Then.
Yeah, so the question isn't about Man United being a big club. I never said they weren't a big club. What I said was they have no divine right to say they're going to win stuff every year.
Oh right,
Why?
yeah, yeah.
Why? That's what I mean. So, how do we define a big club? I was watching the Birmingham documentary the other day,
Oh yeah, I've
and they're
seen that.
going,
Yeah,
we're a big club, and we deserve to be in the Premier League. Well, why do they? Well, why? Aston Villa are bigger than them. Well, why should they? Again, to win
It's
trophies.
it's to do with their heritage, isn't it? Really, they're looking at history as in how far back do you go? You know, this is
Well,
it.
I mean, Leeds, Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, where do you put them? Where do you rank them? Because like I said, the
But this
top six
this
are.
day and age as well with this generation, this is the problem because this generation of our day and age only thinks that the league started in you know when the Prem started.
You should
This
never
is this is
exactly. And
this is the problem.
the last team to win the league before the Premier League started was Leeds.
Yeah,
But then Man United dominated it for years on after that. So, um, but yeah, like I say, there's no. Not saying not big club because they're a big club, but there's no. They've got no right, or any top six side, any one of us can
yeah,
go, well, yeah, well, we deserve to win it. We should be winning it because we're Man United or we're Liverpool or we're Arsenal. Nah, I don't buy that. You ought to earn the right to win it and win your games. You get knocked out of the FA Cup early, there's nobody's fault but your own. Do
yeah,
you know what I mean? Simple as
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know? So,
I think I
yeah.
like moving on from that. I think
Mm.
I was like looking at Wolves today. I think they're done this next season.
Wolves.
Yeah, I think they've
What?
got some serious issues. I was just like reading up here now that there's going to be no Korean players in the Premier League next season. I don't know why it said that. There's a growing concern that the 25-26 Premier League season could see no Korean players. And as Wolves, Yang Hing Chan is expected to leave, potentially ending a two decade two decade presence of the Korean players in the league. What's that to do with it? Am I missing something? Is it something to do with Korea or I don't know?
I don't really know. I mean, there's not been that many, has there? There's been Ji Sung Park, there's been this one at Wolves, and then
Yeah,
obviously
yeah, yeah,
Son.
yeah, yeah,
We've got this
yeah. But
this
I think
Yang who's
The
now.
Wolves aren't doing any business anyway, so I think that they might be one of the ones that we need to watch out for that could just have
Well,
like
let's see.
a slap
You've got
season
to
like Southampton.
you've got to work out how many if there's three teams worse than them, and there probably is.
Mm. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
but again, saying it now, give it 10 games, we'll see where we're at. You know,
Yeah, basically, yeah. You have to kind
yeah,
of base it off of 10 games, didn't you? Like,
yeah,
that kind of mark.
yeah.
Um, I just when I'm looking at like the Wolves and that, I do feel a bit sorry for them because they do have these international owners that have come in. They've got the money. They just don't want to. They just I feel like they're being a bit greedy with it, and they're just kind of becoming like just a bit of a yo-yo club, aren't they? The likes of
Well,
Bournemouth,
yeah,
Wolves.
they survived last season. They got away with it last and the season before.
Yeah,
Um, I'm not sure. I think they might be all right. I say, there's got to be three teams worse than them. Surely Burnley, Sunderland, and whoever else came up. Who was it?
Leeds.
Yeah, maybe Leeds might survive, but are they any worse as West Ham?
Yeah,
Are
you've
they?
got this issue with West Ham right
I'm
now.
not issue West Ham. I know I haven't. The issue I've got at West Ham is I've got eyes, so I can see. I'm not
Yeah,
blind, and they're a terrible football side. They're a
yeah,
hopeless football side. And any West Ham fan that wants to debate it can. I don't
yeah,
care about the Conference League. Mickey Mouse. Nobody cares about it. Let
yeah,
them have it. Let them call themselves champions of Europe because they're not. And they're just not. The only player that will keep them up is Bowen. Bowen is the only player I think has got. I would take. I said this other day. Bowen is their best player. Other than that, they've got very weak players.
What's
Weak.
your opinion on Kudos? Have you seen enough of him to
Yeah,
judge how good?
you saw the reaction from West Ham fans when he left. Yeah, they weren't happy. Some were saying, "Oh, we had a bad season anyway. Don't want him." Let's be realistic. Him and Bowen ran that team. Kudos has got a lot of energy. He'll do some stuff for sure.
Yeah,
But that's not his fault. I can understand West Ham fans being pissed off. You know,
yeah,
but
yeah,
he wanted to go to Tottenham. He wanted Champions League. What's wrong with that?
yeah.
What's
No,
wrong
yeah,
with that?
yeah. I totally agree. Yeah, I totally
Yeah,
agree.
you
But
know.
this goes back to what I was saying before. With I don't see why Tottenham have struggled to get in players apart from Kudos.
Yeah, Daniel Levy,
No, you've got
came out. Yeah, Daniel Levy. It's as simple as. I mean, um, he said on the overlap the other day that he doesn't get involved in the hiring of players, and he does. We all know he does, and they must have something lined up. I don't believe for a second we're now 10th of August, 20 days away from the window to think now we're going to be happy with what we got. I don't believe that for a second. And Thomas Frank ain't going to sit there and go, we're happy with what we got. So for sure, I think there'll be 2 or 3 more signings coming in. Listen,
Yeah, because I
Tottenham
watched
fans.
that Bayern Munich game, and that was
Well,
that was.
let's be honest. We were poor,
Well,
right?
that is like, yeah, that is a pre-season. Don't get me wrong.
Let's
Yeah,
be
we can't.
realistic. Pre-season or not, how many teams are going to beat Bayern Munich at home this season?
Oh yeah. Okay,
Not,
you get
not
yeah,
many.
yeah, not many.
Not
Yeah,
many at all. And I didn't think we played that badly, actually. We
no,
weren't that bad. They were just much better than us. But look, it is what it is. And, Tottenham fans, like a lot of Tottenham fans, and most of these Tottenham fans, James, are mainly
yeah,
ones that don't go to games. They sit on their sofas. They go one game a
yeah.
season. Yeah, because they got a ticket off a mate. And they, we've only signed Kudos, we've only signed Alina. Oh, it's so bad. Levy out. This and that. I mean, I'm a Levy out man, but it's not over yet. It's not the 31st of August. And until it's that time, till the 1st September ticks over, we'll see who's got what.
I mean, how
We've
many
loaned
protests though have Tottenham had for this Levy thing? Is
well, years, yeah. And,
I
I don't know if you saw have a look at it, the interview
think
Gary Neville.
protests are just. I think it's just a waste of time.
Well, no, but he's sitting up and listening to them.
These clubs don't listen to you. They don't. They
No,
don't.
but he's
The
sitting up.
ownerships don't listen.
No, but he's listening. He knows about
Yeah,
the
yeah.
protests. And
But you
so,
see, like
look,
the likes of Man United doing it and stuff like that, and Arsenal doing it back in when Wenger days. It's just like look at it and go, no. I mean, ownerships and that aren't really going to step back, are they? When you go, oh, leave you out or clear it out,
most of
or
these most of these protesters, right? If they saw Daniel Levy in the street, they go, "Oh, hello, Mr. Levy, you're right." And have a
yeah,
little chat with
yeah.
him.
Okay, like to
Yeah, it's
completely
all
the other way,
nice.
like
Yeah. Look, I'm Levy out. You know that. If he went tomorrow, I'd be rejoicing. But at the minute, he's there. There's not much we can do about it. However, let's wait to the end of the window and see what happens because we can't all, fork out 78 million on strikers. We've got to be a little bit clever with it and just see what happens. We've loaned out a lot of young players, so I think there's going to be some incomings and go from there. What I will say, if this is no more signings from here, then we have an issue because we may struggle again in the league because, it's near enough the same team as last season minus Maddison. We've added Kudos. And Paulinho is not a goal scorer, is he? He's a midfielder.
yeah. So you
So if we don't sign players, then we're in trouble, James. To be honest with you, but like I say, give it 20 more days and see where we're at.
Yeah. You know what? With the like, this goes back to what we were talking about before with the stature of the club. When you are a big club and you're in that big six, though, you are always potentially seen as you need to do business in this transfer window. And because other teams aren't expected to do it, but when you are a big club, you need to be that stature of like feel like you're at the head of the table. The top six are always the head of the table at a dinner table, and we kind of rule the roost of like the rest of the.
Yeah.
I'm not taking this out of perspective. A lot of people go, "Oh, you can't say that," but it's true. Liverpool, United, City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham. They are the ones that should foresee the transfer window and win the transfer window. You know, um, I remember last season when Tottenham brought in them players like Solanke and that, and I went, "Oh God, they're doing business." Even the season before, we've had it before with Tottenham, where I've gone, "They're doing really good business here, really good business. We need to watch out." And even when Ange, his first season, you won them, like you got them, you're unbeaten in 10 games or something, and I was going, "Oh, here we go. This is their year, I think now. They're probably going to go on a fucking massive run here." Sorry, my F bomb there, but that's what is. And then it just kind of collapses. And is that just due to just bad buying in the transfer window? Do you think, or
Yeah,
just
I mean,
overselling the fact that you've got these players in?
like I said, for years we're dominantly slow in the transfer. We have spent money, but sometimes spent it really badly. By looking at the players we've got in, so like Danso, Palinia, take Kudos out of it because he's slightly higher spectrum than the rest of them. These are good players, but they're not world beaters. Now
Yeah.
Son's gone. Now Son has gone. There's not really a world class player in that team. So I still think there is something to come. They will buy.
Romero or
Yeah,
Romero's all
Romero,
right.
yeah, possibly. Yeah, he'll be captain this season, I think. Yeah, he's got a bit of bite about him. Van der Ven, I mean, him and Van der Ven are good. I mean, defensively, I have no issues.
Yeah.
Which is strange for Tottenham because normally that's the case. Normally, we have great strikers and a poor defence. This time
Yeah.
around, we've got a good back four. We've got good cover there, but up front, we look very, very light.
Yeah.
And let's be
Yeah. Yeah.
honest, Richarlison ain't going to score 20 goals, is he? So let's see what happens and see who we buy. But I still think there'll be players coming in. Just a quick point: Nicholas Jackson was the talk. Look, you know, some players thrive at certain
Different
sides.
clubs. Yeah.
Look at Torres who's at Liverpool, fantastic.
I mean, I was watching Wendoke, what's he from Chelsea? We just bought him. I can't pronounce his name now. Um, yeah, and he played all right. I was like, well, maybe they would, he's at a new club. Maybe it's done him better,
Well,
and
yeah.
I'll probably pick him
Sometimes
over
it's happened.
Martinelli any day of the week now.
Well, yeah. So sometimes this happens. So I'm not sure if he's £80 million, Nicholas Jackson, to be quite honest with you. But let's see what happens. To be honest with you, I always look at this. If we're going to buy a player, will it improve the team? Is Nicholas Jackson a better player than Richarlison? I think so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, yes, what you look at,
Yeah, 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 exactly. I mean, look, we could go all day like with
Yeah.
players and this and that. But look, let's get into the predictions now because it's coming up to 3 o'clock. Actually, the game would have just started now.
Yeah.
And it is the Community Shield, so that means the pre-season is coming to an end, and we're going to get the real football on the way. And it is Liverpool versus Crystal Palace, and I feel like, on my eyes, I want Crystal Palace to win this because I feel like they've been a bit overdone with the whole Europe thing, because of Leon and what have you, and blah blah blah. But what's your thoughts on this going into the season? Like, do you think the Crystal Palace have a chance here
Of what? Sorry.
of the Community Shield? Do you think they're going to put a performance in today against Liverpool?
No, they won't win today.
No,
No chance. No.
no.
I've just seen it. I've seen Liverpool's team. I mean, they got Florian Wirtz, Frimpong, Ekiteke, Salah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
bloody hell.
This is what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I saw your friend's league table that's coming on with us soon, Man City
Yeah.
fan, and he's put Man City winning the league. And fair play, support your side, but I'd like to have a chat and find out why he thinks they're going to finish above Liverpool.
Yeah,
with that team that they've got there. I mean, it's
yeah.
You imagine Isaac going there as well.
Yeah.
Christ the Lord.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, look, let's do our predictions now for the Community Shield. All right, so we're gonna start off fresh, clean the slate, and we're gonna start the predictions off now until the Thursday where we do our predictions for the Premier League. Johnny can't join us on that day. Fortunately, you've got other things that is more important than the show. Who would have thought it? But yeah, no, Johnny's going to send me his predictions so he doesn't miss out on that. But yes, let's get on to it. So I have Jake's predictions here. I've already picked my prediction, so I'm going to go first, and I think I'm going to say, I think Liverpool are going to slip up. I think it's going to be 2-1 Crystal Palace.
Okay,
that's ludicrous. But I know a lot of people are going to be laughing at me right now, but there's
not really. No,
not
really. Fair enough. That's what you think.
So 2-1 Crystal Palace. And what are you guys going for?
What
Remember, Harry, think about this because it all lands on Johnny's toes here. The loser, we are going to do the £10 bet if you're up for that.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so at the end of the season, whoever wins out of all three of us gets the pot. So it's 10
if I lose, I'll borrow it off Ed.
Right. Yeah, he still gets a mention in the show.
Maybe give it to Granit Xhaka.
Maybe give it to Granit Xhaka.
Oh dear. And then the loser, whoever loses, has to do a chili challenge live on our
Oh,
well recorded on our one of our shows. Okay.
okay.
So all right. So who are we going for? I said 2-1 Crystal Palace. What are you saying, lads?
3-1 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool. Good score. Good score.
Yeah. Okay.
And Jake went for 2-0 Liverpool.
That's about
So
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
2-0 Liverpool. Okay, so we've got that one out of the way. It is on at the moment. After this, when I'm editing the video, I'm
Yeah.
going to stick it on. PSG versus Tottenham. Big
Well,
game. Game for you
well,
Spurs, hey?
well, listen, if we win it, it's a massive game. If we lose it, it's a friendly. So,
Yeah.
no, honestly, it is
Champions of Hong Kong.
you never seen that, yeah. So, what are you going for? Tottenham PSG in this one?
I'll say 2-2 draw, and I think Tottenham will win 4-2 on penalties.
There you go.
Right,
2-2
okay,
draw.
so you're going to lock in for 90 minutes, so it's only through the 90 minutes, so you're going to go 2-2. Right,
Go for
okay.
it.
So after that 90 minutes, nothing else matters. But if you're saying 2-2, that's your score. I am gonna go.
Here we go. Here we go.
I
Here we
think I
go.
think I think you're gonna get run off the park a little bit here. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a goal, but I think it's gonna be 4-1 PSG.
Christ.
4-1 PSG. That's
All
not me
right.
being biased because I'm an
Oh,
Arsenal
well,
fan. I
no,
just
look.
think I
Yeah.
just think you're in a bit of trouble with at the moment. Unless you pull something out of the bag before Wednesday and
Well,
get a player on, I think.
yeah.
And Jake has gone 3-2 PSG.
I like
So
that.
he's graced you with 2 goals as well. And yeah, so it's not all
Right.
so bad. So we've got our
Okay.
predictions in. So that is the start of our prediction table. And remember at the weekend, whatever teams land in the place that we've put them in, you get a point for that as well. But that's not until we do our predictions on Thursday anyway. So yeah, that's all we've got time for on the show. Lads, have you got any final words that you'd like to, or anything you'd like to say on the matter of the Prem? Is only like moments away.
Well, it's hopefully it's a better season than last season for everyone. I hope it's a bit more tighter at the top and tighter at the bottom. And until some of this that Europa League again, we are champions of Europe, and you'll never sing that. There we go. Every
Oh, I
single
love it.
video,
Oh, I
you have
love
to get
it.
it
Yeah,
in.
yeah. The housery. The housery's already started.
It's the, yeah. So there you have it.
Yeah,
Up the
well,
Spurs,
lads, absolutely
yeah,
fantastic. And I'm really excited for the new start to the Prem, as everyone is. And
really good.
only a couple more days to go. So thank you very much, lads. Thank you for coming on the show. Don't forget
No
to hit
problem.
that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and share all the content that we set out on this show. We are trying to build it as much as we can. And yeah, we shall see you. Well, I won't see you till next week, probably, Johnny.
Yeah.
But
You have our
make sure you
predictions
get
by
them predictions
Thursday.
in, because if you don't get them predictions in, you're going to
They'll
lose
be
out
in.
some points. All
They'll
right,
be in,
you get a
bro.
minus.
They'll be in. They'll
All
be in.
right, all right, lads. Thank you
Uh,
very much. Thank you very much. You've been watching One Way Football Match Week
Bye.
Madness. We'll see you again very, very shortly. See you later, lads.
Bye. See you later. Bye.